It is week 2 of season 9 of SFLM action, and we are set to go as the Chicago Warriors come into town to take on the San Jose Flight. Cameron Duty here, and I am joined by my friend Rochelle Colston. And Rochelle, Chicago had a fantastic second half surge to win last weekend against Philadelphia. Meanwhile, San Jose fell just short against Nashville. What does this San Jose team need to do to hand Chicago their first loss in 9 games?
Wow, Chicago definitely likes to air it out. San Jose will have to find a way to put pressure on Iman Kopech. Kopech was 17 of 32 for 247 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions, with a QBR rating of 99 in his first game. Kopech also did a great job of spreading all the ball around to his 2 wide receivers, Bryson Rivera and tight end Abad Ruiz II, who all had multiple catches. So in order to shut them down, you stop their passing game.
It's going to be a lot of fun. We'll see how this thing plays out. Chicago obviously defending champions, and we know what they're made of. San Jose looking to improve. We know certainly that they've got a lot of great developmental players on their team, and we'll see how that pays off tonight. Folks, thank you for being here with us. Late night SFLM action. Don't go anywhere for the next hour and a half or so. Kickoff is underway. Nice return here by Trent Rivera, who takes it all the way out to the 33-yard line. As we say hello to Chicago, you mentioned Iman Kopech's stats, quarterback for the Warriors, Kirk Wynn at halfback, Nick Twice and Trent Rivera at wide receiver, at tight end, Abad Ruiz II, and at guard, Zena West. And that is your roster there for your starters for the SFLM with the Chicago Warriors. And let's see what they do right out of the gate here. 1st and 10. Two receivers here at the bottom of the screen, showing motion. And that is Ruiz from left to right. Kopech with a lot of time, but he waited just a little bit too long, and quickly into the backfield is the San Jose Flight. That is Winstrom with the sack.
Wow, and just what I said, they put pressure on the quarterback. They sure did it there.
Coming right out of the gate. Take a look at that. Absolutely beating the block.
Yeah, he just pushed Ketchum right out of the way.
He sure did. And because of that, it's a 7-yard loss, and Chicago quickly finds themselves in a hole. Maybe this isn't surprising, though, and we'll touch on this in just a moment, but Chicago was slow out of the gate in their week 1 game, and maybe they'll just take them a little bit of time to find their footing here. We'll see. On 2nd down, Kopech to throw. That pass tip bobbled, almost intercepted, and then falls to the ground, incomplete. Let's say hello to the San Jose defense. The linebackers, Jad McPherson and King McNeely. The cornerbacks, Tobias Gordon, K Magic, and Elijah Quick. And the free safety, Willie Bands, and defensive end, Moss Booker.
He just signed this week.
Welcome to the show, Moss Booker. And all these developmental players making their debut. Now Kopech, 3rd down, pressure coming again and again. Winstrom, 4th and 21, and a disastrous-looking first drive for your defending champions.
Wow, 4th and a long while there. That's a big 4th down. That's a big stop by the defense.
And what I was going to allude to just a few moments ago, Rochelle, was the fact that, yes, Chicago took a while to come to life against Philadelphia. They did good, and towards halftime there, they were able to dig themselves out of a hole. But this San Jose defense has showed up to fight. Nice punt here, and the return down to about midfield. They'll mark him at the 48-yard line, so we'll say hello to the San Jose offense. Quarterback, Isaac Covert. The halfbacks, Bismarck Wright and Rain Storm. The wide receivers, Devin Lloyd, Ed Williams, and Ezekiel Bear. The tight end, Arnold Packa. And at center, Jasmine Swift. Now, some of those names you will recognize. Bismarck Wright, of course, coming back from Arizona in the majors. He also played with Bossier City last year, as well as Rain Storm. And in the majors, played with Alamo City in season 22. Covert with the toss, left side. And it goes for 1. Second down coming up.
Yeah, that was a tough 1 yard there. He didn't have much room.
San Jose wanting to try to come out, set a tempo early. Fantastic field position to start for this team. And like we said, they have picked up some really good players coming back from, as we said, the majors. We'll see if that makes a difference here. Nice drop off out of the backfield. Play. Oh, yeah. Great little screen pass, which goes for a lot more than 10 yards. First down, fresh set of downs coming up.
That time the cornerbacks were playing way off the line. A little toss, and it's basically no one in front of him. They had to pursue him sideways there. Got him out of bounds.
Covert, 6'2", 220 pounds in just his second game. This is something that with the minor leagues that you'll see the comfortable, they'll start to feel right at home in the offensive scheme as the season goes on. And here we are, week 2. We'll start to see great strides from some of these players. Bismarck Wright, little shimmy move and picks up about 2. He fought hard for those 2 yards before getting brought down by Pablo Sanchez.
They came out in a bunch set, they had 4 wide receivers on the field, and they still ran the ball. So, never know what they're going to do out of that formation.
Taking plenty of time here under center before handing it off. And that's Rain Storm with the first carry of the evening. And a nice run. You can't ask for much more than that on second down, making it a 3rd and short.
Yeah, 8-yard pickup on second down. You're 3rd and 1. You're in great position. Say you give it to the other back and you get the 1 yard. Move the chains.
For those of you who are watching, the field goal advantage here in the minors, you look for a little bit more close range before you send the special teams out. They really want to keep this drive going, and they will do just that with a gutsy run by Bismarck Wright. And I say that because, as we said, developmental players, the field goal, the legs aren't as strong, so it's a good thing that they were able to pick that up. I don't know if they'd have went for it there.
And neither team has a contract kicker, so
all the more making it imperative that they're able to keep this drive alive. Keeping it on the ground again. Rain Storm will not go down.
Last week they had a little bit of trouble running the ball. This week his running game's looking pretty good so far.
You can tell they've made it a priority to sharpen those plays there. The offensive line, the blocking looks great. Good holes for the running backs to run through. And again, a really nice drive here by San Jose. And just to bring it up once more, Chicago still trying to find their footing on either side of the ball. They're a team that heats up as the game goes on. San Jose trying to strike while the iron is hot. That pass just overthrown. That was intended for... Pablo Sanchez is down for Chicago, folks. And this is something you hate to see down on the ground early in this game. A big-time factor for the Chicago Warriors.
He's a little on the light side for a linebacker. He's only 210 pounds, but he's 6'5".
He's in his second game. He had a great first game last week in Philadelphia. The good news there, able to walk off under his own power. We will see if Sanchez returns to the game. We'll keep a note on that. Covert to throw with not much time, and you can tell, Rochelle, they tried to set up that exact same formation that they did on the previous play. The timing just not there at the moment.
No, that ball was way overthrown. Lucky there wasn't somebody sitting in the end zone waiting for it on the defense to catch it.
How surprised are you that they've totally abandoned the run at this side of the field?
I know, they were running the ball so well.
Just outside the 10-yard line here. And it's a 3rd and 10. They have to get to the 1 or a touchdown. To the middle of the field, and that pass is incomplete. Intended for number 84 right there for San Jose. Just not able to come down with it.
All I saw was a bunch of white jerseys, Cameron.
A dangerous throw, maybe the option that he really had to go with, but nevertheless, It does fall incomplete, and on 4th and 10, we will see a 28-yard field goal attempt by San Jose to put them up first in this game.
The crowd's very into it at this point, Cameron.
The snap, the hold is good. The kick is good. And you're right, this San Jose crowd getting into it after a 10-play, 41-yard drive results in 3 points by Wilkins. And that is indeed a good kick and a good drive to get started for San Jose.
I think they're starting off well for San Jose. I mean, Chicago came out and...
Keeping it on the ground this time is Chicago for a gain of 1 before being brought down.
I mean, at some point you have to run. You have to keep the defense honest. You just can't pass the ball on every play.
Almost halfway through this first quarter of play on this Wednesday night football special. The throw over the middle, that was Kopech looking towards the middle of the field for the intended receiver. I think that was Rivera he was looking for. Instead, it's an incompletion and a 3rd and 9 coming up.
Yeah, good coverage by the defense. They had 2 defenders in the area. There was no way he was catching that ball.
And the San Jose crowd comes to their feet. They want to keep this Chicago team at bay and get them off the field. Now, Kopech sending a man in motion. That's Nick twice. 2 receivers on either side. Kopech to throw. He stands in there. That pass almost intercepted. That was a scary play as Elijah Quick almost came down with the INT.
He has to catch those. I mean, that ball is literally almost thrown like right to him.
So Chicago really does escape a very dangerous play there, a dangerous throw by Kopech. And now they'll send the punt unit onto the field once more. Pretty good kick here, and it will be returned. Shakes a tackle. It's brought down at the 43-yard line. And we have a player down.
No.
Not again. Yeah, this is the Chicago fullback, Larry Centers, and you certainly hate to see that. It seems like Chicago certainly taking a beating in this one early on. So we'll take a moment, and we will say hello to this Chicago defense in just a moment or two. Right after this play, as San Jose starts from the 43-yard line, first down. They keep it on the ground.
And they're going back to what works for them.
That's
the
right.
ground game worked really well in the first drive. I'd go right back to it until they can stop it.
And don't abandon it around the red zone if you're fortunate enough to get there.
Really.
4:55 and counting in this first quarter of play. And San Jose with the ball right at midfield. On the ground once more, just like we said. There is Bismarck Wright shaking a tackle, and a new fresh set of downs coming up.
I mean, San Jose is lucky in the fact that they have 2 good running backs. They have 2 players from the SFL from Arizona and ACA. They can take you can use either one, and they're both getting good pickups on on their carries.
Absolutely, and both of those players, Bismarck Wright and Rain Storm, both checking in at 6 foot even. Only 5 pounds difference between the two. Bismarck 225 to Rain Storm's 230. So very similar in height, weight, stature. Pressure coming.
Ooh.
Nice picking it up, and then just off the hands of Ezekiel Bear. Now he's really going to want to have that one back, and that's something that hopefully he can kind of learn from and grow into there.
But what a great play call. I mean, he was wide open in the middle of the field. He just needs to hang on to those.
Yeah, because that was a fantastic play call. Just as you mentioned, he had room, he had the open field, and just not able to bring it in. Well, he'll learn from that. That's what part of the SFLM experience is for. These jitters will go away. Now back to the middle of the field. That's a nice play. Covert to Devin Lloyd, who, speaking of players returning from a season in the SFL, he's coming back from Indianapolis.
Yeah, and what a great route again. 2 receivers in the area, in between the defenders, and great pass by Covert.
Let's say hello to the Chicago defense quickly. The defensive tackles, May Carter and Frank Doom. I love that name. Linebackers, Pablo Sanchez. You know he is out. Dallas Knowles, William Patterson. The cornerbacks, Devontae Moore, Ness Jenkel. And the free safeties, Tyler Highfield and Jubilee Marsh. That right there goes for 2 before getting tackled by William Patterson, who we just mentioned.
I think that time San Jose was, Chicago was ready for that run. Made a nice stop. It was only a gain of 2 yards.
Again, approaching the red zone, San Jose with a nice-looking drive. And look at this throw. Oh, he had his man. Even the fact that Devin Lloyd had a step on the defender was very promising. Just couldn't bring it in. They'll work on that. 3rd and 8 coming up. That was very promising. I do see a chemistry beginning between these two.
That was a beautiful play. He had both hands on the ball. He should have caught that one.
Mm-hmm. Two receivers to either side of quarterback Isaac Covert. Now he sends Ezekiel Bear in motion, making it 3 to the right.
Basically, they went from quads to tray formation here.
Ooh, fake handoff, and he runs right into the defender, shakes him, and throws intended for Devin Lloyd. And I tell you what.
Oh no!
Roman Pfeiffer now down for Chicago. We can't hardly diagnose or dissect a play without an injury on this Warrior squad. And I tell you what, that trainer is going to be needing to be paid overtime for this one this week.
I think he's dropping like flies out here.
The team doctors getting the work in, no doubt. And with that, San Jose will be forced to punt. Now, we mentioned the field position, how important it is without having a developmental kicker, and you see that here as they will instead have to punt as opposed to going for the long-distance field goal.
I think I still would have tried the field goal.
I would have to agree with you there. Now, we will see exactly where this is placed, and a good job, a coffin kick that time for San Jose. And ball on the 6-yard line. So if San Jose ever wanted to get pressure on quarterback Iman Kopech, now's the chance. So he just hands it off here, very smart, to Kirk Wynn, playing in his 2nd SFLM game, 3-yard game.
I mean, it wasn't that bad on 1st down, but you have to get it away from your own end zone at this point, and you can't afford to throw it here. But what do I know? Let's see what they do.
They go to the air, and there it is. Oh, but I think he held on to that. A beautiful reception by Nick Twice in double coverage, no less.
Yeah, he played for BCS last season. And he's on the Chicago team, so he's a returning player also.
Oh, that's nice. Look at that. A great touch on that pass, and somehow threading the needle between 2 defenders, putting that football only where Nick Twice could bring it in. But I still probably would have run the ball, just like you mentioned. But what do we know, right? That's why we're up here.
Now they run the ball.
And now they run the ball. No gain on the play. A nice tackle that time by San Jose. Stops that run. 2nd and 10 coming up as we approach 2 minutes in this fast-moving first quarter.
And Chicago just can't get it going on the ground so far. Not much luck there.
They do keep it on the ground this time, running left side. That works a little bit better. Advantage for Kirk Wynn there. He gets 4. So 3rd and 6 coming up, but that's a lot more manageable.
Yeah, definitely. Then they were 4th and 21, was it last time? So, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, working on some different plays and formations here to protect their quarterback. He took 2 sacks on the first drive. And they're bringing the pressure again. This time he stands and he steps up. And he's going to be close. I think he did get it. You're right. Kopech, I think he just was able to extend past that yellow line there. Of course, that is just digital, folks. That's not the exact measurement on the field. That's just a marker, if you will, for the broadcast. But I do believe he got very close to that first down. He should have got it, I would think.
He
We're
got
not even
it.
going to see a
And
challenge.
very
Yeah.
dangerous run, though. He carrying that ball in one hand, not choosing not to slide. Thinking he's a running back out there.
Time he throws out of the backfield. Ooh, a nice stiff arm that time for a 5-yard gain. Again, like you said, though, going back to that run, that is something Kopech can do. He can take off and run. He can step up and make plays with his feet. But, yeah, protect that football.
Protect your body. You're a quarterback. You can't be a running back out there.
Rolling out this time, it's Kopech. He stands in there and delivers a shot, and it is broken up. Good defense by San Jose and King McNeely.
He had some gas behind that throw. That was hard.
Yeah. Yeah, he had a little bit of zip on that one, didn't he?
Definitely.
So 3rd and 5. San Jose looking to make the stop. Chicago trying to have their first meaningful drive of the game and have it continue here. Kopech, pressure coming. He's hit. The ball comes loose.
Who has it?
And I believe it is San Jose who comes up with that one. Let's take a look. Hopefully we'll get a chance. Here is the replay, Rochelle. Tell us what you see.
Number 98, of course, knocks the ball loose, and I can't see who has it. But I think it is San Jose.
Yeah, Wistrom got in there and knocks the ball loose. We had talked about Kopech being under pressure, and San Jose. Oh, okay. Thank you very much. It is Booker with the fumble recovery, getting that note passed along to us. And San Jose going to have an opportunity to put some more points on the board if they can get this offense in motion. That is Ezekiel Bear to the top of the screen, moving from right to left. Instead, they go toss play, left side. Ooh, and it's really snuffed out by Chicago. A good job, Tyler Highfield with the tackle.
Yeah, Massberger comes in, signs this week, makes a huge impact in this game. I mean, what more can you ask for your first game?
It's a nice debut indeed. 2nd and 11 here as the clock continuing to wind down in this first quarter. Isaac Covert to throw, middle of the field. Just, no window there, trying to force that one into Devin Lloyd, and it falls incomplete after double coverage.
Yeah, Devin Lloyd's getting pretty beat up out there. That's the 3rd pass where they just knocked the wind out of him.
And Covert is really throwing some passes that are, unfortunately, causing Lloyd to have to really stretch out there and take some big hits. So you don't want to lose your big-time wide receiver who you've started to get a little bit of chemistry with. But they'll rein it in. 3rd and 11 now coming up. This is a big play for both sides of the football. Fake handoff and a rollout. Covert to throw. There is a flag. That pass is complete to Devin Lloyd, and he is inside the 5 if the play stands. Let's see what the call is.
I have no idea. Personal foul.
Clipping. Oh, and it's coming back. San Jose gets hit with the clipping penalty. And a beautiful play. The best offensive play we have seen all night is going to be negated. And now it's a 3rd and 26.
No replay. I wanted to see this clipping.
I did too. Instead, I think we're going to get a short break as we go to the end of the first quarter. This one's been a defensive rout thus far. San Jose leading Chicago 3-0. You are watching the SFLM on YouTube. Cameron Duty here with Rochelle Colston and Cameron Irvine at SFL headquarters. And again, we welcome you back in. If you're liking the game, smash that like button if you haven't already. We certainly appreciate the support, and it helps the channel grow. Pitch to the right side, a handoff to Rain Storm, and they just played it safe there on 3rd down. They didn't want to force the ball down the field, knowing pretty much an inevitable punt was on the way.
Yeah, 4th and 27, what do? You're going to punt. Hopefully you pin them deep.
What a deflating penalty that was, because it was the one time that Covert was able to get Devin Lloyd out in the open, and he made some beautiful moves to get down inside the 5-yard line. Nevertheless, though, San Jose to punt it away, and a decent return that time by Chicago, and Rivera out to the 27.
Rivera has some moves of his own.
Indeed, he does. So again, this is the exciting part of SFLM action. You start to see these two teams develop, and while yes, you have Chicago, who is defending champions. They have won 8 straight games. There is no game that is considered easy, if you will, no matter the record. It's a challenge.
Wow.
And take a look at that throw, a thing of beauty, down the middle of the field to Nick Twice for the first down.
That was a beautiful play. Nick Twice has got behind his defender in a perfect pass from Kopech.
You made the point at the beginning of the broadcast, keep pressure on Iman Kopech. They have done a good job of that so far, but you see what Kopech can do when he has just enough time.
Definitely, and I still see him. Oh, they're going to try running here.
Yeah, keeping it on the ground this time, trying to get Kirk Wynn involved in this game plan. A gain of 4, that does look better than some of the runs we have seen up to this point.
It definitely, I mean, 2nd and 6, you're in great shape.
But yeah, we talk about that pressure that San Jose continues to try to dial up on these edges. It's worked a lot of times, when Kopech goes back to throw. There's been a couple times he's been able to step up and get out of it by scrambling. And then there's been other times, however, they have got home and there's been a couple of sacks that have stopped some really good-looking drives. We'll see what happens here on 2nd and 6, just past midfield. Here comes that pressure again. He does get away from it. Again, they didn't get to him, Rochelle, but I think that caused Kopech to have to throw that ball earlier than he intended.
Oh, he definitely threw it earlier than he wanted to, and the pressure just came from both sides. He saw it, dumped it off. Not a very good throw.
As much as you love sacks and tackles for loss, you can get pressure on a quarterback. You don't have to get them to the ground to cause a mistake. Here comes the pressure again. That time they do get him. He was able to get out of the hands of one defender, but instead it is the big man, number 56 that time for San Jose, who comes up with the sack, and that's going to be Caldwell, I believe. Yep.
Number 98, of course, got there first. He got away from him. Number 56 just came in there and cleaned that up.
And stops.
And we'll see another punt.
Yeah, I mean, that was a great drive too, wasn't it, Rochelle? Looked like it was going their way. Kopech with the beautiful pass to Nick Twice. And then after that, the San Jose defense tightened up. And now on the return, he faces a sea of white jerseys. Bear gets it out to the 18-yard line.
Great special teams coverage by Chicago there.
There was really nowhere to go. I was surprised that wasn't called for as a fair catch. But here we go, trying to get as many yards as possible to give your team an advantage. I certainly understand that, not wanting to be backed up on your own end zone. 1st and 10 from the 18 for Isaac Covert and this San Jose offense. Sends a man in motion. And they'll go to the air. That pass, a very nice job. Arnold Paka with his first reception of the day. And let's talk about that play design. That was a thing of beauty.
Yeah, he had like 6 people on the offensive line. And they just, the tight end just went out for a little route and quick little toss.
It was like they fooled everybody, shifting them all to the left side. They go back to the right with Paka, who was in the wide open spaces there. So a good job, San Jose, trying to get their offense going. And this really has been their bread and butter the entire night. Big runs like that from folks such as Rain Storm.
Kudos to the offensive line. Did you see that hole?
My goodness. I could have drove a semi-truck through there.
Definitely, or at least 2 people.
Somebody may want to tell Chicago they may be under a severe rainstorm warning. coming up these next few quarters if they're not careful. See what I've done there? I thought that was great.
Yeah, but you had Bismarck right in there, give him some more business after that.
Ooh, I like that. Gain of 4, as you said, to Bismarck right. And 2nd and 6 coming up. Now, this is really, as we talked about, San Jose looking a lot different than what they did last season. Last season, they only had 1 victory to 4 losses. And, you know, we've seen a lot of resiliency, though I do feel anyway, in that week 1 loss to Nashville, just losing 31-21. I've seen great strides in this team.
Ooh, look at that! Look at him go.
Of these players, Bismarck and Rain Storm coming over from Bossier City, huge additions.
And that he was almost vertical running. I mean, his legs, he just kept turning those legs.
I'm going to keep turning them here.
Nice.
Look at that. Yeah, it's the determination. Stop behind the line. Bismarck Wright continuing to churn the legs, make your team really stand up, and really gives them a great shot in the arm. By Chicago, and Tyler Highfield, we've called his name a couple of times, and he almost had an INT once more.
Yeah, I understand. I mean, you're having great success on the ground. It's safer to stay on the ground. You're moving the chains. Why would you go to the air? Make them shut down your run game first.
Have not been able to even show that they're close to stopping it. I mean, it's 4, 5, 6, 8 yards a carry.
Look at that. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, man. Yeah, they were going back to the air, and the pressure did get home. Nobody even in a 5-yard radius of that football, so incomplete. 3rd down now.
And then once again, the offensive line held. I mean, it really held. He had all the time in the world. I think it was deflected on the line, to be honest with you. That was a weird-looking pass when it came out.
A little bit of pressure getting home to Isaac Covert there. Keep an eye on Devin Lloyd going down to the bottom of the screen, settling in amidst 2 receivers. Fake handoff. They like doing that, and he pays the price. Completely leveled that time, and I believe that was the big man Frank Doom. It was who came in with a demolishing hit.
Yeah, 6'7" and 350 pounds at full speed, like a Mack truck.
Literally, he rolled out into that hit, and I mean the momentum that he was carrying on that rollout, and I can't imagine the G-forces at the side of contact there.
I think Isaac Covert felt it was doomsday.
Oh, fantastic. You get a gold star. We love puns here on the SFLM. A nice return this time by Rivera out to the 22-yard line. And like you said, though, this has been such a defensive game. I think we expected some of that. I think we also expected the Chicago offense to wake up. But like I said, in calling the game last week, we were able to see them around this point in the first half kind of start to get things going. First down, the pressure once again right there in the face of Ivan Kopech, but delivers a shot, a great reception, and an even better run after the fact. On his feet all the way down to the 30-yard line. And that is Ruiz, Abad Ruiz, the second, with the biggest play of the night thus far.
And he's like 6'5", 254 pounds. Caught the ball, just shedding defenders. Nice block there. Broken tackle. I mean, he's a big man to bring down. He's just rumbling down the field.
And back to the point that I just made, Rochelle, this time of the second quarter, this is when they started to come alive against Philadelphia. This is a team that really likes to warm up, but when they get hot, watch out.
Wow, in the other game, Bossier City 20, Lexington 7. Seamer's offense continued to be on a tear to start the season. Over 300 yards of offense in the first half.
So an offensive display being put on by Bossier City in Lexington. But meanwhile here, Rochelle, a battle of defenses up to this point.
Yeah, definitely.
But a great game nonetheless. It's been a lot of fun. 2nd and 6 here. A rollout by Ivan Kopech looking for his man, and instead he throws it away.
Wow.
Not happy with anybody downfield. I guess the coverage a little bit too stout. He didn't even want to chance it.
I'd definitely rather see that than throw an interception.
That's one of the
Or
things
take a
about
sack.
Kopech. Yeah, exactly. I mean, he's very smart, very methodical with his decision making. You know, we see him protect the football very well. Now 3rd and 6. Pressure coming again. He does deliver a beautiful throw and an even better reception again by guess who? Abad Ruiz the second. He's getting hot.
Like I said, Iman Kopech will throw it to any of his receivers. He likes Twice, he likes Rivera, he even throws it to his running back occasionally. So, I mean, they're all targets and they're all weapons. He will use all of them.
And this is the thing about Kopech. Give him enough time to make the throw, and he'll usually come through with something. We've seen the pressure in his face, but even now he really doesn't have a lot of time to even stand in there and make a good read. But he somehow is able to squeak out a fantastic play. Of course, a lot of that thanks to some really talented wide receivers and tight ends who have made some good catches thus far in this game. Best drive of the night going for Chicago here. San Jose hoping to put a stop to it or at least relegate them to a field goal attempt. They keep it on the ground with Kirk Wynn, and they are yet to get the running game going.
It's definitely not compared to San Jose. I mean, Chicago likes to air it out. They're playing their game right now. And they're throwing a run in there. I guess they're throwing a run in there every now and then, keep the defense a little bit honest. But they would definitely rather throw the ball.
Yeah, in the spirit of not becoming one-dimensional.
Try it again.
Yeah, again, and it fares a little bit better. Redmond does get 3 yards on the play, but that'll bring up a 3rd and 7 where you pretty much know what they're going to do here. Now, if you're San Jose, you just got to find a way to stop it. The home crowd comes to their feet, cheering on their San Jose flight. Can they keep Chicago grounded? To the end zone!
Wow.
Touchdown! Trent Rivera, Kopech taking charge.
What a great play, middle of the end zone. Great throw by Kopech. He put it only where his receiver could catch it. Can't ask for anything better than that.
It stood in there on a 3rd down. Yeah, I mean, let's talk about the play call. Obviously it worked out well. Did you like that, going to the middle of the field, attacking it as they did?
It was a little dangerous. Number 30 was right there with the receiver. He just didn't catch the ball. I mean, he just missed it.
Yeah. And it works out beautifully for the Chicago Warriors, who take their first lead of the night. The extra point is good, and I feel like I've seen this movie at some point. Nearing 2 minutes left in the first half, and Chicago wakes up and takes the lead. Now, in last week's game, Chicago never looked back once they took the lead. Can San Jose put up a fight here and march back down the field before halftime? We're about to find out.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they have 2 minutes and 43 seconds. They have all 3 timeouts. They don't have to hurry up that much, but I don't think running the ball solely is going to do it.
Yeah. Going to have a really nice balance here, a nice mix. Williams brings it out to the 32-yard line, and we'll see what they can come up with. Like you said, you can't be run heavy. You can't be one-dimensional at all here. So just going to have to find a way to blend both of those play calling styles. And like you said, get down the field.
Yeah, pretty good field position. I mean, 32, you got 68 yards to go. You got plenty of time, and you got 3 timeouts and a 2-minute warning left.
And the quarterback in Isaac Covert, who has made some really nice plays this evening, starting to get a little bit warmer. Covert to throw, and there's another one. Yeah, nice decision making, and getting Arnold Paca involved has been big as well.
Yep, throw it to your big tight end. Let him get a couple yards after the catch. Move the chains, 1st and 10.
Arnold Paca is 6'6", 265 pounds, a developmental player returning from playing season 22 in the SFL with Queen City. So this guy has a lot of experience, gained a lot of experience last season in the SFL, and he's bringing that knowledge down to the minors once more. I think it's going to pay off big dividends for this San Jose team. Close to the 2-minute warning. They keep it on the ground, and that time Chicago had a read on that one. That's going to bring us to the 2-minute warning.
I mean, it's very seldom that he stops from rainstorm for no gain.
We'll see what San Jose can do. They've got pretty good field position. They've got a couple timeouts. Can they move the football before halftime? You're watching the SFLM on YouTube. We thank you for being with us in what's been a defensive game for sure, but now we're starting to see the offense pick up a little bit here. Rolling out this time is Isaac Covert. Plenty of time. Does he have his man? He does.
Oh, wow.
And that's a beautiful reception. A great play design. That is the big wide receiver, Ezekiel Bear. We've talked about this, Rochelle. They've tried to get that play a couple of times. They finally connected.
Wow, what a beautiful play at the right time. I mean, flip that field.
Kind of brave of Covert to go back to that play. The last time we seen him attempt that, he met all of Frank Doom, all 350 pounds, right at midfield. So he may have had a little bit of PTSD going through that read. But nevertheless, a first down, and this drive will continue. Ed Williams, the man in motion this time. Covert pressure coming, and he does a nice job. Great sound decision-making to throw to the screen in the backfield to Bismarck Wright. What do you like about that? That young man, only in his second game, showing some really good decision skills there.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the cornerbacks were playing back. They just gave, the defense. He just took what the defense gave him, basically. Get nice, you're almost in field goal range here. Some points would be nice. Any points, actually.
Yeah, and there you go. Again, just a drop-off, a short little three-step drop. Pressure is coming on the weak side, but he is able to feel it and get rid of the football. They get the first down. They also take the timeout, so that stops the clock.
Yeah, and Bismarck Wright showing that he actually has some hands he can catch. He can be a receiver for you out there, too.
We talked about them trying to find a way to mix the run and the pass, and I think they've been able to do so effectively with some of these screen plays out of the backfield that continues to work well for San Jose. Covert to throw over the middle, and that pass is complete, and Bear walks into the end zone, barely touched.
Wow, he just lost that receiver. I mean, that defender, wow.
And I don't think you or I or anybody on that field expected that play call at that time.
Nope, I was looking for the little pass to the side once again, but look, he's behind his defender.
Woo.
Number 24 went for the ball and just didn't catch it.
Tyler Highfield was thinking interception and literally was maybe a fraction of a second late getting to it. That made all the difference. And Ezekiel Bear with the touchdown, and San Jose responds and will take the lead here with the extra point by 3 points. It is good.
We've seen more offense in the last 2 minutes than we've seen all game.
Well, it was something about Chicago able to move the football down the field that really woke San Jose up, and a great response by the Flight. Now, as we said, ahead by 3 with 1:09 left in this first half. I wonder how aggressive Chicago will be out here.
I have no idea. I mean, they like to air it, so let's see what they do.
Rivera brings this one out to the 30. He gets rolled over, and that is where they will spot the football. As we said, 1:03 left. You said it, Rochelle. They like to throw. They like to rely on the throw heavily, as a matter of fact. I don't expect anything different in this situation.
It's like Lexington's starting to come back. It's 20-14, Bossier City over Lexington. Third quarter, 6 minutes and 31 seconds left. Ethan Flowers to Alexander West for the touchdown.
So a tight one over there in Lexington now.
Getting close, yes.
Kopech, to no surprise, will throw. Oh, and he did have all day and was able to find his man. That was, again, Abad Ruiz for the first.
Come the Abad Ruiz show.
Well, it really is. You're starting to see the emergence of Devin Lloyd for San Jose, as well as Ezekiel Bear. And for Chicago, it's been Abad Ruiz and Trent Rivera who have did a lot of the heavy lifting on the offensive side tonight. So a couple of stud players showing up there for both sides of the ball. Pressure coming. Kopech delivers a throw. Oh, look at that juke move after the reception by Nick Twice. Well, he says, listen, yeah, you'll mention Rivera and Ruiz, but what about me? Have a day, my friend. Let's add your name to the mix.
I mean,
Ooh.
it was almost tipped behind the line of scrimmage, but he just barely missed it. And then what a great catch.
Oh, that juke. He literally broke ankles with that.
Still got plenty of time, too.
Moving the ball effectively, and also, as you said, though, saving time. It was 1:09 when this drive began. Now look at this. There's nobody in the backfield when I air it out. The rollout, the throw, the pass. Oh, and that was a gutsy call indeed with double coverage there, and a good job of breaking that up is Willie Bands.
Yeah, that receiver was double covered, and great job by the defense.
Chicago was going for the home run shot there on that first down play. Now second down, they put a man in the backfield. But who are we kidding? Back to the air they go. That pass is indeed complete to Ruiz. He gets about 7, if I'm not mistaken, and they take a timeout.
I mean, the worst case scenario, you get a field goal. You have to move. You have to get a couple more yards, I think, before they'll even attempt one.
Take a look at those stats for Ruiz. 5 receptions, 86 yards, and 45 after the catch.
Yep, he's a big man to bring down once he catches the ball.
Kopech stands in there and again delivers just a very nice precision pass as well first, and then they snap it here and spike it with 32 seconds left.
Yeah, but I think they're in good shape. I mean, they're saving that time out for their field goals in case they need it. I see them going for the end zone soon.
No, you know that Chicago is going to take a stab, aren't they? I mean, they're going to send them all down there and see if they can literally throw something up and see if it sticks.
They're in Trey once again formation.
Pressure is coming, but it's picked up nicely. And a beautiful reception once more. That's Ruiz, over 100 yards receiving. They go no huddle. 22 seconds and counting. They snap it and they spike it just as we expected. Wow. Let's talk about the clock management here. I mean, this is definitely championship team material.
Yeah, they're doing a great job with the clock. Better than some pro teams I've seen.
That is a fact. So second and goal. The 8-yard line for Chicago. Kopech throws. Oh, close. Ruiz is going to be about a yard short. You know what they're going to have to do here. It's third and goal. You got to go for it. Spike it. Fake handoff. Reverse. Touchdown.
Wow.
And that was Nick Twice coming end around for the touchdown. Nobody's seen that coming.
I definitely didn't. Wow, and he was just wide open straight to the end zone.
And
they fooled everybody.
I mean, what a beautiful play call. What a smart decision. You're out of timeouts practically. Well, you got one, but you're on third down here. You don't want to spike it. So instead, you go hurry up and you call an end around, and it works. Chicago back to the lead with the extra point. It's now a 4-point lead with 5 seconds left in this first half, and I think you and I both said it. That's a lot of time to leave on the clock for this Warriors team.
Well, the funny thing about this game is that we had a field goal, in the beginning of the game, and we didn't see any more scoring until we got to 3 minutes left in the second quarter. Then we've had 2 touchdowns.
Oh, yeah.
3 touchdowns in less than 3 minutes. In the third, at the end of the second quarter.
Ed Williams with the return here.
Oh, we double penalty.
Double penalties, which are going to offset.
That's the first time I've seen that this year. Double penalties. Wow, that's a first.
This game has pretty much had everything up to this point. How about that? Incredible. And so I guess they're going to get to kick it again.
Okay.
Because the penalty's offset, San Jose is going to have another chance at maybe making something happen here. We also have an update on the game we'll get to in just a moment. Let's see if Williams can make something happen. Shakes a couple tackles and is brought down to the 36. That is where we head to halftime. A score update. Lexington now leads Bossier City 21-20 with 4:41 left in the third. The Miners have scored 14 straight points to start the second half. That time they scored after an interception. They take the lead. And Chicago, with a great last-minute drive of the first half, they retake the lead here. They lead 14-10. Welcome you inside, folks, to the halftime show. Rochelle, let's unpack everything that this first half had to offer.
For the late of the first 17 minutes was very defensive. Very, very defensive. And then both offenses just decided to wake up. So we had 3 touchdowns within the last 3 minutes. Both offenses are now moving the ball. San Jose's running the ball. Chicago's throwing the ball. So we'll see what they do in the second half.
Let's talk about the quarterbacks as well. Both have did really nicely. Iman Kopech, we know about him. He's maybe we wouldn't say a veteran perhaps, but he does have experience playing on the pro level. He's played a great game. And then you've got, the rookie, Isaac Covert, just making his second start, though. Good decision making as well. Both these quarterbacks playing some smart football today.
I'm not going to even say it. I don't want to jinx anybody.
Well, I just did. Certainly not meaning to, in case I did. Folks, thank you for joining us. Cameron Duty here with Rochelle Colston, Cameron Irvine at SFL headquarters, of course. And we thank you for spending your Wednesday night with us. For some of you, it may be after the 10 o'clock hour. We're going to put you to sleep here with the nightcap game. You're going to watch this game, then you're going to go to bed with a smile on your face. San Jose has the ball at the 25-yard line. The flight will begin this second half.
It means we're just going back and forth now until Chicago just scores. San Jose gets the ball. Let's see what they do. Would be another touchdown?
We'll find out. I'm interested to see what adjustments both of these teams decide to make. We saw San Jose very run-heavy up until that last drive, and then all of a sudden Covert and company went to work with a flurry of beautiful passes. And now we'll see if they settle down a little bit more here and go back to the ground, and that they do. And why would you not? Physical running by Rainstorm for the first down.
Rainstorm is having himself a day.
And that's why you can't go away from the run. It's literally, 8 to 10 yards a carry. Take a look at this.
5 yards a carry is what he's averaging on 11 carries.
Feels like more, doesn't it?
Yeah. Sure does. Ask for stats and you receive them. Wow, Mike Magic.
Absolutely. Great production. What can you say? First and 10, 9:20 and some change here remaining in this third quarter. Just underway in the third if you're just tuning in. At that time, the run game going nowhere. They tried up the middle with Bismarck Wright, and nobody was home.
Number 45 came up and made a big hit. Nice stop, Pablo Sanchez. Oh, he's back in the game.
Yeah, Sanchez back in the game. That's good to hear. He did come out earlier with an undisclosed injury, so it's great to see Pablo Sanchez back. Second down now, another rollout. Covert throws over the middle and all in and out of the hands of his intended target. He had his man. He had a great read and a great throw, and instead it is broken up by Jubilee Marsh.
That was Marsh. I thought it was Genkel.
I
couldn't tell if that was a 3 or a 9 for the
total. A 9 to my weary eyes, but it certainly could have been a great defensive play either way by the Warriors there. And that brings up a 3rd and 10. Kind of surprising to see them throw on second as they did. Now it's 3rd and long, but instead, look at that. Covert stands in there, throws a beautiful shot to the middle of the field, and guess who? Devin Lloyd with the reception.
What a beautiful play. Wow, and he was well covered too, Cam. He just put the ball in the exact right place.
Devin Lloyd has this feeling, we returned. He's a two-way player. He came back from Indianapolis. He has this potential, I think, to be a real breakout star this season, especially for this San Jose team. Covert to throw again this time.
Nice play.
Yeah, nice drop off over the middle to Rainstorm. An interesting route there. You see Storm coming out last minute on a route, and 6-yard gain out of it.
I like these short passes by San Jose. I mean, they're not flashy. They're not, nothing spectacular, but they get the job done. They pick up 5 and 6 yards every time they use one.
I think the great thing about it is the fact they're not trying to do too much. They know what works for them. They know what their bread and butter is. They stick close to the cup. A good run there by Wright. A tough run indeed, and then Knowles comes up with the tackle.
He laid a big hit on that.
So a big third down here because San Jose showing some life offensively. They've put some great plays together. They want this drive to continue. You're a run-heavy team. They are expecting run. Do you go with the run or do you try to fool them here? They're bringing all the pressure in the world.
Oh, he still got it.
And he still got it. Bismarck Wright with the first down. I mean, that was a gutsy run.
Yep, they were looking for a run. They expected a run. They set up for their run, and Bismarck Wright says, not today. I'm getting through.
It wasn't easy, was it? I mean, that was like running against a brick wall.
Definitely. They're showing pressure here with the linebacker.
Toss play right side.
Oh, nice block.
Oh, Rainstorm getting a good 4 yards on that one. And that's what you need. I mean, you would love I think every team in the SFL or maybe in football in general would love to have 2 halfbacks. They can easily get 4 to 5 yards a carry.
We saw a picture of Jasmine Swift, the center.
Handoff now left side, switching it up a little bit, although a really good job that time by Knowles. And I believe it was Sanchez as well that was in on the tackle.
If you're San Jose, what do you do? It's 3rd and 6. I think you
Now,
have to go to the air here.
I think you have to, exactly. I mean, you're not in that position as you were on the previous 3rd and 2 when you could hand it off and fight for a couple of yards. We'll see what they come up with on the 35-yard line. Again, a rollout from Covert, which does buy him some time. He stands in there. He throws.
Ooh, nice defense.
Intended for Ed Williams. That was tipped away, and it's 4th down.
Nice play by the defender to get his hands on the ball. Knock the ball down.
I actually thought that was a pretty good play design as well by San Jose. Because it certainly bought the young quarterback, Isaac Covert, enough time to look downfield and find his intended target. Although it is incomplete.
Ooh, this should be a good punt.
Yep. Going to go out right around the 20, it looks like.
I thought it was closer than that. I thought it was like the 15, but we don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll take a look at it and see where they spot it. 18, right in the middle. I said 20, you said 15, they put it on the 18. They just didn't want us to debate over it.
You're right. You must be wrong as announcers, always.
Of course, we don't want you to get anything.
Nice play.
Oh, fumble! Are they going to say that he had possession long enough? I believe that was twice, wasn't it? Or no, I'm sorry. That was Abad Ruiz who made the reception there. That happens so quickly.
He made a
couple of football moves, didn't he? He had a couple steps in him. That one comes free.
They're lucky there. That was recovered by Chicago, not going into the end zone the other way.
Yeah, exactly what I was about to say. Lucky to come up with that one. That was the big break for Chicago.
And they actually got yards on that, believe it or not.
We don't see that very often.
No, usually it's a loss, but hey, they got 4 yards out of that mess.
2nd and 6, Kopech now decides to roll out, again allowing him plenty of time back over the middle. A scary play because it could have very well been intercepted. Also, Tobias Gordon was in the area.
Pretty dangerous throw. They're very lucky here, especially being this close to their own end zone.
And 3rd and 6 now for Chicago. San Jose playing a nice defensive game. Chicago has shown some moments of brilliance throughout this game. Who's going to prevail here? Pressure coming and just dropping it off on screen passes to Bond Ruiz. He's still on his feet.
Oh, no.
He actually ducks under a defender and gets about 15 more yards and the first down.
I mean, the defense was caught off guard. There was nobody on that side, and the big man just rumbled down the field.
They sent the house home, is what it comes down to with San Jose. I mean, they sent everybody for Iman Kopech. Instead, he throws out of the backfield to Abad Ruiz, and then you see what happens when he gets a little bit of open field. That went bad quickly for the San Jose defense.
I want to know how many yards he has after the carry because he's had a lot.
I would love to see that stat. Hopefully we'll get an opportunity to as well. A fast-moving third quarter here halfway through the third. Now they keep it on the ground with Redmond, who gets a good 7 yards, and this drive will continue. Looking nice, isn't it? I mean, look at that. 7 yards now on a run after a big pass play. You can tell San Jose is on their heels.
Well, I think they pass the ball so much. They're looking for the pass, and they caught the defense really off guard that time.
Chicago now showing motion to the top of the screen. Oh, and Kopech wide open, runs right through the hole that a brilliant offensive line made for him. That happened so quick. I mean, they didn't even have a chance to stand up, and he was through the hole and slides for the first down.
I think that was a planned play call there. Had
to be. I mean, it was worked out to perfection. From the snap, and Kopech was gone, 0 to 60.
And look at the hole between the linemen. I mean, there is a hole there.
There is, and they used it to their advantage. Really nice play calling happening here this past couple of plays for Chicago. We've seen a little bit of everything. That run is stopped. That was Kirk Wynn on the carry, so 2nd and 10 on the way. But yeah, let's think about what the pass that we have seen out of the flat there to Ruiz that went for big time yardage. Then you've seen that quarterback sneak up the middle. They are really going to the wheelhouse in this game.
And they're eating the clock at the same time.
Yes, they are. That run is stopped again there after a gain of 1. 3rd and 9 coming up. And this is big. San Jose, you'll hear the crowd come to their feet, try to disrupt this Warrior offense from what has been a beautiful looking drive. They've got them backed up a little bit here on 3rd down.
Wide for receivers.
Pressure coming. He stands up. He runs. He gets the first. He doesn't slide down. Instead, he takes the hit. But after the first down. So 1st and goal for Chicago.
And Iman Kopech surrounded by what he's made of. I'm tough. I'm going to run. You can hit me. I'm just going to keep moving forward.
So let's take a look at this, Rochelle. Let's think about this, okay? What did we see in the first half? A lot of pressure on Kopech. What did we not see Kopech doing? He wasn't taking matters into his own hands and scrambling. That has changed as the game has progressed, and now when he feels the pressure, he just takes off and runs.
Right.
And it's paid in dividends. That pass, he had a man, I believe that was twice, who was in the intended area, just couldn't come down with it. A little high. 2nd and goal coming up.
I think I'd try one of those runs again here. Catch him off guard one more time. They're going to be looking for him to throw the ball.
Something tells me that won't be the last time we see that type play from him. That's for sure. This time he does throw it. Oh, and he did have a man in the area. That was Abad Ruiz, and it is incomplete. A good defensive play because had he caught that, a guy that size and stature probably could have rumbled to the house.
Yeah, credit Willie Manza for your safety with a big hit there. Knocked that ball loose.
Huge play here for both of these teams, especially for this San Jose defense. And look at that gap you're talking about, right in the center between the two.
I mean, really. Linemen.
They want pressure.
That only got him.
Get it. Oh, my goodness. I mean, we were questioning the shift, splitting the two defensive linemen, but instead they get around the edge, and that's the first time this half they've been able to get home and actually bring Kopech to the ground.
Number 7 dismissed their block there and let him get through.
So San Jose's defense comes up huge here, and a 32-yard attempt is on the way for Chicago. So instead of
nice bend don't break defense there, now you're still a one-score game.
And the kick is good after a 12-play, 67-yard drive. You are right. The fact is, Rochelle, there's a big difference there. 3 points, that's great. It extends your lead to 7. But for a moment there, it almost looked as if Chicago was going to be unstoppable on that drive and go ahead by 2 scores. Instead, it's still a 7-point game, and San Jose is very much in this thing.
And they took 4 minutes off the clock that time, too. That's a lot of time off the clock.
A lot of time indeed. 1:55 and counting now in this third quarter. Folks, the SFL convention is headed to South Shore Harbor Resort in League City, Texas, just south of Houston, July 12th through the 14th, featuring live games, flag football, a golf tournament, tailgating, pool parties, and more. So for all the convention details, visit simulationfl.net/news/convention to reserve your room, see the event schedule. By these running backs, both Bismarck Wright and Rain Storm. 3rd and inches now coming up, but this is who San Jose is, right? I mean, you're going to have those 3rd and 2s, 3rd and inches when you have the running back capabilities like you have. It's not so much to panic over.
Definitely not.
Because you can convert on that. We've seen it time and time again, and there it is once more. Rain Storm with the first.
Not only did he get the inches, he got 4 or 5 yards after that.
And that's what you like about a halfback such as Storm, when you can, the physicality that overpowers these defenders. I mean, getting smacked in the mouth doesn't do anything but make Rain Storm run that much harder.
There was somebody different running the ball. Who was that?
Yeah, that is the 3rd halfback of the game, getting a touch there for San Jose coming off the bench. And he gets a gain of 3. So, hey, everybody gets a turn.
That's it. Rain Storm back in the backfield.
They go to the air this time. Oh, a nice block. And is that Picard who made the reception? It is. He juggled that. He bobbled it. He was playing hot potato. And somehow with a defender in his face, Arnold Packa gets the reception.
Wow. Ooh. He tipped his own ball.
Look at the concentration, though. I mean, that's something. To have that big defender coming at you full speed and you're able to reel that one in. Heck of a play. And what a way to end the third quarter, folks. The fourth quarter coming up next. Chicago leading San Jose 17-10. But don't go anywhere. We'll read the league rights, and we'll be right back.
The of the Simulation Football League is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or account of the game without the express written consent of the league office is prohibited.
APM Music is unrivaled music to bring your stories to life, inspiring every production with the world's most robust and constantly refreshed music collection, state-of-the-art technology, and world-class customer service. APM Music is the official soundtrack of the Simulation Football League, and to explore their library, visit apmmusic.com. And that is a reception by Lloyd. He takes it out of the air. That looked like it could have been intercepted. Instead, he picks it, grabs it, and runs close to the goal line for a 1st and goal.
My God, what is happening?
This San Jose offense is coming to life. And let's take a look.
He just got around his defender and he just kept going.
Oh, incredible. We've seen some wonderful plays out of Devin Lloyd in this one. Now let's give you a quick score update here. Lexington now leads Bossier City 30-20 with 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter. The Lexington Miners scored with another pick. They have since scored 27 straight points. They are certainly on fire and getting the job done tonight. Over here, you've got San Jose for the tying touchdown. Bismarck Wright walks into the end zone. They're a point away from a tie game.
Oh my gosh, Cameron. I mean, ever since 3 minutes before half, these offensive have just been on fire. Also, it's crazy.
It's unbelievable. Maybe we didn't even expect such a such a return of sorts from San Jose. I mean, we didn't expect them maybe even to move down the field as effortlessly as they did on that drive, but instead a beautiful run of pass and run, and then great play by quarterback Covert there. And the extra point is good, and guess what? We are all tied up.
So they've scored 31 points basically since 2 minutes before the half. It's crazy.
Like we said, we knew that this would be well worth staying up, folks. I mean, it would be. This game, this matchup, Chicago. Now, let's set the scene here. Chicago has not lost in 9 games.
Nice play.
Nice open field tackle on Rivera as well. So let's talk about that, Rochelle, for just a moment. Chicago on a tear. They won the championship last year. 9 games now they're looking at without a loss. If they can escape tonight, how big would it be for a team like San Jose to upset the Warriors?
It'd be huge. I mean, especially you come out to play. Your halfbacks hopefully come out to play. Your quarterback's settling in, having a great game. I mean, both these teams have been playing really well tonight.
And talk about putting a league on notice. That is if San Jose can get away with the win. Right now, Chicago going to use Iman Kopech and those legs. Look at that. He thought about sliding. Instead, he does a little shimmy and gets close to the first down.
They need to send that man to some kind of baseball class, teach him how to slide. I don't think he knows how to.
He doesn't like to do it. Watch him. He thought about it, and then instead he just stands up, takes the hit, and goes on. We have actually talked about Kopech, how good he is with his legs, but also how dangerous the way he likes to hold that football out from his body when he runs.
That's scary. At least he's a running back out there, I swear.
And every time he runs, every time he runs, the Chicago fans wait with bated breath.
You gonna run the ball here? I do.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, oh my gosh.
You called it. They run it. Kopech up the middle. We talked about the split that they're allowing in the defensive formation, and they are just exposing San Jose every time.
And once again, the man does not slide.
Kopech, 230 passing, 50 rushing. 280 total.
I think he may have more yards than the running back at this point.
I'm pretty sure that he does. Now to the air, that pass.
Nice coverage.
Yeah, good coverage. Just bounces off the hands of a would-be defender. 2nd and 10 now on the way. I feel like we need to just take a minute, Rochelle, and just breathe because we don't know what's coming next.
No, we don't.
That's the way that this game has went. It's been one big play after another, as you said, since about 2 minutes remaining in the second quarter. That whole third quarter, absolutely flew by with a lot of action. Yeah, it was insane. Kopech now to throw. That pass again incomplete. Willie Bands and company on the coverage.
But guess who was the target once again?
Oh, yeah, Ruiz. I mean, the guys, he is Mr. Consistent for Chicago. But this is huge here. If San Jose can get Chicago off the field at 3rd and 10, you hear the crowd again in the background coming to their feet. Chicago needs this drive to extend out. They're going to the air. Pressure. And he stands in there. He throws. And it's complete.
How?
Nick twice. Covered. And he still makes it.
I'll say it once again. You give Kopech that much time, he's going to burn you every single time.
We felt it coming, didn't we? I mean, honestly, the longer that play developed, you're sitting there thinking somebody is going to get open just enough for Kopech to deliver a shot, and that he did.
He could have made a sandwich, taken a nap. I mean, he had all day to throw the ball. He's going to burn you.
Yeah. Again, plenty of time here. And
look, wow.
Oh, man, that was beautiful. We're seeing some acrobatic displays. Trent Rivera that time. And, folks, that's your nice hands catch of the game. Brought to you by Retroid. Put a Retroid handheld in your hands and play the only video game with your player in it, SFL 4K23.
Now Rivera went up, knew he was going to be hit, and still managed to hold on to the ball.
He climbed the ladder there, and then with one hand reach out, grabbed that sucker, and held on after a tough hit. Chicago now in business. They were just about off the field a minute ago. It was 3rd and 10.
Oh, no!
It's going the other way. Tavius Gordon coming down from Fort Worth in the majors to play with San Jose this year, and he is paying off. We've called his name a couple of times, and there's an interception. This game has changed.
You think this is a momentum changer for San Jose? I mean, what a time to come up with an interception on the goal line, buddy.
You felt the air kind of deflate in this Chicago team. Just, as soon as that happened, you could feel it, couldn't you? Or at least I could. On the goal line, you're driving, everything is moving beautifully, and instead, the San Jose defense and Tavius Gordon shows up. Now, the run game, Bismarck, right? No, I'm sorry, that's Rainstorm in on that one. Gets a gain of 1. And now, okay, Rochelle, if you're San Jose, I don't think you change the formula much, do you?
I wouldn't. I mean, if I was San Jose, your best offense right now is to keep Chicago's offense off the field.
Why not run a little bit of clock down, too, if you can?
Exactly. Burn that clock, use your run game, be smart, be the last team to score.
Oh,
and then throw the ball.
Yeah, that was scary because it was kind of a risky throw there indeed. That was Dallas Knowles who was in coverage. So 3rd and 9, the clock stops. Chicago could very well rebound here if San Jose can't make something happen on this 3rd and 9. And all of a sudden that interception is a small blip on the radar.
Now you're forced to punt basically out of your own end zone. You didn't give Chicago great field position if you don't convert here.
Rolling out, Covert. He throws incomplete. He was going for his man, Devin Lloyd, who we've seen make a brilliant play or 10 tonight, but nothing that time. Just too good a coverage downfield, and this is going to work out well for Chicago instead.
Yeah, because Chicago should get really good field position here. You should probably get the ball around midfield, I'm thinking. So the interception may have hurt you.
Let's talk about, that's exactly right. I mean, let's talk about this Chicago defense and how they were able to stand up here, force the 3 and out, mind you. And now Chicago, great field position at the 48-yard line. And let's quickly look at a score update. Again, Lexington, not only did they take the lead, they are pulling away. They will not take their foot off the gas. 37-20 over Bossier City with 1:51 left in the 4th quarter. And Lexington has outscored the Steamers. Get ready for this, folks. 30-0 in the 2nd half.
That's crazy.
Well, we didn't have that here, did we?
No.
We had the exact opposite, and it's been a lot of fun as well. Oh, a beautiful play that time. Nick Twice with another reception, again in the double coverage there. And just because I love a good pun, I'm going to say he was twice covered, and he still comes up with the reception. Take a look at that. Almost triple. Oh, my goodness. There was actually 4 defenders converging on Nick Twice. Yeah. What would 4 be?
Quattro. I don't know.
Quattro ice? I don't know. It's a good thing we don't care to be silly over a live stream on YouTube, right? I mean, it's not like anybody can hear this or watch it again.
Wow, look at who was that running the ball?
Oh, Ruiz. They'll use him anywhere. Gain of 4.
So that was a big back.
It was indeed. That was a big back, and he's willing to say, "Put me in, coach. I'll go anywhere, whatever you need." Field. That's exactly right.
Look at this heavy set. Wow. They get a pass out of it. What is happening?
Throwing out of a heavy set with all day, and that's dangerous. Whew, but the defense gets away with one that time. Good coverage by Tavius Gordon, because usually when Kopech has time like that, it doesn't turn out very well.
No, it does not. He looked out there.
I love the center field reference there, which is funny. We've talked about baseball slides and how Kopech, needs to, or for his safety, if he could learn to take a couple of those, that would be good. We'll see if he goes back to the ground at any
He's gonna
point.
run, though.
Oh, he looked like it. Instead, he steps up, and oh my goodness, that was close to being a reception. And then Elijah Quick just lays out the intended receiver for good measure.
And I think we'll see another punt here.
Yeah, so now we've settled into this little defensive skirmish again as we have 5:27 left in regulation.
But it's all happening on San Jose's side of the field, though.
Keyword, regulation. Ooh, nice punt there. Yeah, you got to be happy with that. Good job, young man.
So San Jose once again starting deep in their own side of the field. They got to move the ball. They can't give the ball back to Chicago with 5 minutes left on the 50-yard line again. They've got to do something here.
Yeah, starting at the 9. So San Jose need to go 91 yards to put some points on the board. And Ed Williams in motion from right to left, top to the bottom of your screen now. And they keep that one on the ground.
Oh, Rainstorm breaking tackles.
Yeah, Storm doing a nice job. Ran 20 yards for a gain of 5, or at least that's what it felt like anyway. That wasn't easy.
No, that was not. Hey, nice pickup on first down.
It is. And now you start to see the clock run. We're inside of 5 minutes. That becomes a critical factor here too, especially with a team like San Jose, who are very methodical. If they can move the football, they could take a huge chunk of time out of Chicago's game plan here.
Oh, that was
scary. Yeah, you literally echoed my thoughts out loud. They were going for Arnold Packa, and that could have easily been intercepted and going the other way.
I like the short pass, but I didn't like that one.
And now these defenses are simply, they will not be denied. They won't back down. I mean, they've made great plays here, as we said, all on San Jose's side of the ball. The rollout. Covert to throw, and that's just a thing of beauty. Waiting to see. That's Ed Williams who come up with that one. First down, San Jose gets the play they needed desperately.
And that's a big target. He's 6'5".
Yeah, he is.
You can't miss him.
Worked for Covert, didn't it? Yeah, he was able to follow him the whole way down the field. And take a look at those stats on Isaac Covert. The middle of the field has been his friend tonight.
Yeah, I like the middle of the field too. Think we go back to the run game here?
Ooh, look at that formation change here. The audible being called by Chicago.
They're showing pressure.
They are. Wanting to force the young quarterback into making a big play, maybe making a mistake, but instead they keep it on the ground, and on the ground is Bismarck Wright with a beautiful run, 12 yards or so, and a first down, and again, the clock begins to tick, 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 tick.
Yeah, I mean, the line, I don't know how he got a hold there, but he did, and he's broke a couple of tackles, and he just kept moving forward.
This is what we said. This is huge for San Jose. If they can get the ball moving, and as right now it looks like they are, and a lot of time being run off this clock, 3:48 and counting, playing into their hands at the moment. Let's see what Chicago can do. They bring pressure. Instead, San Jose stays on the ground with Rainstorm, another 5 yards, and you can tell they're just happy to play this game right now.
I'm happy for them. At this point, I would run the ball till I'm forced to throw. And, if you're getting 5 yards to carry here, why would you ever throw the ball? Another heavy set. I'm glad to see it.
Yeah, this is in their wheelhouse here. Again, on the ground. That time, they will be forced to throw, more than likely, because the defense does stand up that time. And again, there's Pablo Sanchez, who went out early in this game, making a big tackle.
I don't know. I think it almost running here.
Still? Okay,
Yeah,
interesting.
That's just me.
Well, we'll see what they do on 3rd and 3. They do go to the air. Covert to throw, and he overthrows his man. I believe that was indeed Lloyd who was breaking free. The youngster just put a little too much zip on that one. And now it's 4th and 3. And as we said, that is a result of what happens when you do throw it on 3rd down instead.
Storm and Ray are averaging over 3 yards a carry. There's no way they're throwing the ball there, but that's just me.
Looking at the trends, I had a feeling that they would go for it on on third down, in the air. Maybe not the best decision after all. And take a look at this. A nice return this time. I believe that is Rivera once more, who had played great out of that special teams position tonight. He will get out at the 30-yard line. So now, all of a sudden, Chicago has an opportunity with plenty of time on the clock for them to work their way down the field.
And they're on the road, too. Keep that in mind.
I think that's the thing that hurts San Jose the most is the fact they did eat up all of that time only to come away with nothing because they really do need time to move the football. So if Chicago does score here, how much time would they have left? That's a long way down the road, of course. They keep it on the ground to Ruiz. They've started to use him out of the backfield here. Gain of 3.
If you're San Jose at this point, I would hope that Chicago kept it on the ground. They haven't had very much success there.
And if you're a Lexington Miners fan who just so happens to be watching this stream, we'll go ahead and tell you Lexington now 44, Bossier City 23. With a minute.
God.
Yeah, a minute and 2 still remaining in this fourth quarter, folks. We can't make this stuff up. The Miners returned an onside kick for a touchdown. 37-3 is the point difference there in the second half. 37 points scored by Lexington to Bossier City's 3.
I'd look for Iman Kopak to do his little quarterback thing here with inches.
Cool, but we're going to have to wait a minute more, Rochelle. 2 minutes left in this game. You're watching the SFLM on YouTube. Don't go anywhere.
And it looks like Kopak likes the middle of the field also.
Welcome back, folks. Cameron Duty with Rochelle Colston and Cameron Irvine. And you're right, Rochelle, I'm telling you, you got a magic ball or you're just that smart. I think you're just that smart. You know what Kopak is wanting to do with that open seam in the middle.
Well, we see it too many times tonight. You give him a little bit of room in that middle, he's going to run straight up. And not slide, so.
And the clock continuing to run. Yes, and not slide. Sliding would just be terrible right now as many times as he has ran for it. I mean, why start now, he says. Don't mess with his mojo, he says. A minute 35 remaining, and Kopak all day off the hands of his intended target, and a good job downfield again by San Jose. We can't say enough about their defense. They played a great job holding a tough team such as Chicago at bay to 17 points.
Yeah, definitely a great job by San Jose. I said in the beginning they had to put pressure on the quarterback, and they played a very good game. Secondary is big here.
Folks, how is this one going to end? 2nd and 10. Minute 29 left.
Oh.
Pressure. Oh. They get home, and that is the big man, Wistrom again. He has dominated this defensive front tonight.
You know, you have to give him credit. He's been all over the field making some awesome plays.
I think we even caught him on a pass deflection or two, if I'm not mistaken, at the line. So Wistrom having a huge day. And, folks, guess what? We have another score update from Lexington and Bossier City. We will hang on to this till after this play, but they're not through scoring yet.
Oh, my God.
A minute left in our game. 3rd and 15. 55 seconds and counting. Chicago going to have to move at least 57 yards to get to the end zone here. They need to get the field goal range. That pass incomplete, intended for Ruiz. The clock will stop. San Jose will get the ball back. Now let me give you the score update. Lexington now leading Bossier City 51-23 with 17 seconds left in the fourth quarter, so they could still score again.
Oh, my God.
Lexington returned an interception for a touchdown. Now they've outscored their opponent 44-3 in the second half. And like I said, may not even be over yet. This one's fielded at the 20, and San Jose's biggest issue right now is they've not been able to get. Yeah, it's time, and the fact that they've not been able to get really past the midfield stripe. They've been stuck on their side of the field this entire time, correct? So 39 seconds, and you've got a methodical team who has did a beautiful job of running and mixing the pass with the run, but now you pretty much got to go all out down the field with a young quarterback.
But would you chance it here? You could go to overtime. How aggressive are they going to be?
That formation looks aggressive. Would you agree?
Oh, yeah, they're in.
Go pick the throw, and that's why you have to question it, because that was scary close to being an interception. If Devontae Moore had been able to hold on to that one, this game is over. Ooh.
I know a lot about Devontae Moore.
Indeed you do. That's right. So you know what kind of capabilities this guy has.
He should have caught that. Now we got a bunch formation.
GM, right?
They're being aggressive once again here.
Yeah, they are. Covert to throw. The pass is complete. Only a 7-yard gain. They do call the timeout. Ooh, now at this point, do you really want to stop the clock? Because let's say you don't convert on third down. All of a sudden, Chicago may have a little bit of time left here to work with.
Yeah, but you won't be giving the ball back on the 50. They've moved the ball a little bit this time. Well, not much, but better field position at least.
It's better. The rollout again by Covert. He throws, the pass is complete, and he's making nice passes. Again, this has been his wheelhouse, though, right?
Get out of bounds.
Yeah, they got to get out of bounds. Instead, they got to burn a timeout. The passes are in Covert's wheelhouse, correct? We've not seen him do anything drastic yet. What happens when he has to go down the field? Let's say Hail Mary situation.
Oh, gosh.
We'll say a Hail Mary if that happens. But we'll see what happens here. Covert 16 of 32. Pressure coming again out of the backfield. He goes, just going to play it safe, and I think that's a smart decision.
They have time to do maybe one or two more plays, but I wouldn't call any more timeouts. Unless you get a big, huge play here, and you're not going to.
Snap it. Yeah.
What? What are they doing?
Snap it. They decide to snap it and hope they can get something cooking in the next 12 seconds, or else we're going to get free football.
I think we're going to get free football tonight, Cameron.
On a Wednesday night, approaching 11 o'clock Eastern time. But I don't want to go to sleep. I don't even
Sleep
care
is
about
overrated. I'm too
tomorrow.
hyped up to go to sleep.
That's exactly right. We can sleep when we can't do anything else. We can sleep when there's not SFL football on. And right now, just so lucky for us, there is. 3rd and 9, a rollout, pressure coming. No. And he is hit.
A timeout? Seriously?
Oh, well, Chicago.
Oh, Chicago. Okay.
Called the timeout.
Like,
so I guess they're
doing. Let this clock just burn.
Yeah, I think they're at least hoping for a punt return here. Maybe a little bit of magic in that backfield. Let's see. They didn't get the pressure, so instead, if it doesn't, and a fair catch, we're going to overtime.
Yep. Nice punt. Nice hang time. Ran that clock out.
And meanwhile, we have a score update. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, my God.
Just kidding. Folks, we are going to overtime. Chicago and San Jose all tied up at 17. You're watching the SFLM on YouTube. I'm Cameron Duty. She's Rochelle Colston. Cameron Irvine, SFL headquarters, of course, with the production tonight. Now let's take a look at this coin toss.
It's tails. Oh, San Jose's going to receive.
And again, let's just remind everyone, if you're not familiar with SFL overtime rules, it's sudden. It's first score, and that's it. You get on the board first, this game is over. This could bode well for San Jose.
Yes, now they have all the time in the world. They're getting the ball first. They can run the ball. They can play their game, take their time, not be forced to throw when they don't want to.
Here we go. A fumble.
Oh, no.
Oh, and he picks it back up. Who got that?
Oh, my God.
Oh. My
Number
heart.
87 with the save there.
Yeah, because that was Ed Williams on the return, and instead it's the big man. I believe that's a tight end there, number 87, who comes in, a special teams player at the moment, and makes a life-saving fumble recovery.
That would have been disastrous.
Does anybody got a blood pressure cuff? I mean, I think
I
that we're
need
going to
one
have to
too.
start checking our vitals here. Isaac Covert, now the young man in just his second SFLM game in overtime, leading his squad. Rainstorm, oh, look at
Nice.
that. Again, we've seen it all night long, 6 and 7 yards a pop, and now it's 2nd and 6. Or 4, excuse me.
And now that San Jose doesn't feel the pressure of the time constraints, they can play back to play in their game.
Storm is so close, 16 yards away from 100 yards. 19 carries in this game, and that's, it's splitting time, almost 100 yards, splitting time with Bismarck Wright, who we see there with another beautiful run. Hopefully we can get a stats checkup on Bismarck's night. Look at these holes they have to run through.
Nice blocking by number 45. Fullback doing his job.
Looking like the great Moose Johnson of NFL fame, you know what I mean? I mean, just kind of reminds you of that type of a block, a pancake block. Puts me in mind of some of the greats there. 1st and 10 now, and 9 minutes remaining in overtime. Plenty of time. Surprising to see a deep throw such as that, especially when the run continues to work as it is.
I held my breath. I'm like, don't throw the ball. Don't throw the ball.
I heard you, as a matter of fact. I could just tell in your tone when you see him roll out that, you're just like, no, don't go away from the run right now. Will they go back to the run on 2nd and 10? We'll find out.
Nope.
No, they do throw, and that's batted down at the line. And see, that's the worry. Of course, when you got a big man such as Frank Doom, 6'7", 350 pounds right there, getting his big paw up to smack that one down, that puts San Jose in a bad spot. And at the end of this game, if they do lose this game, you've got to wonder about the decision such as that to abandon the run on 1st and 2nd down here.
The trips. I mean, this is a bunch set. So they're definitely going to throw here.
Forced to throw on 3rd and 10, and they're going to bring pressure. Covert stands in there, and he finds his man. A gutsy throw, a wonderful reception by Devin Lloyd, just what they needed. Let's talk about the rookie quarterback there for a minute and that throw.
So when he's, maturing back there, he stayed in his pocket, felt the pressure coming, and made this awkward throw, but right on the money.
Yeah, I mean, he made it happen, and we talked about the 3rd and 10 and how that was the exact spot they did not want to be in. They pulled a rabbit out of the hat. And 1st and 10 now, fresh set of downs, past the 40 for San Jose on Chicago's side of the field. That run instead goes nowhere. 2nd and 10, and Chicago here trying to dare them to have to throw this football.
Definitely. I mean, Rainstorm, very few times we see him come up with no gain, but happened that time. It's a good defense by Chicago.
And real quickly, the final from Lexington. Lexington 51, Bossier City 23. That game, well, as the meme says, that escalated quickly.
74 points scored in that game. Wow.
Oh, no! Intercepted, and it's going the other way. That was the play you didn't want to see happen, but wait, there's a flag.
Face mask.
Oh, and it's going to go against the offense, so Chicago will accept. The interception will stand, and if I'm not mistaken, that's Dallas Knowles who made the interception. The big man, 6'4", 257 pounds, coming down from playing in Jacksonville in Season 22 of the SFLs, and he has changed this game dramatically.
That's why if you're San Jose, you don't throw the ball. Chicago set up with great field position here. 1st and 10. They like to air it out, so expect to see the air game here.
For San Jose, left stunned at the moment.
Oh, a run play. Oh, my goodness.
Kirk Wynn, who we've not heard much of this entire night, gets a nice 7-yard gain. And like we said, I mean, he's been pretty much quiet. They've even used Abad Ruiz II in that halfback spot a couple of times. Instead, he gets a really nice run that time.
Caught the defense off guard once again. They're looking past. There was nobody on that side. Great play calling by the offense.
Plenty of time. 7 minutes and some change left in this first overtime. Kopech steps up and he gets hit. And those are the things you worry about with Kopech when he takes off like that, because he will end up getting a big time hit.
Like I said, he needs to send him to a baseball school and teach him how to slide.
We'll teach him. We'll send him to Cal Ripken's School of Baseball.
Yes. Sliding's easy.
Recovering from injuries, that's the hard part.
Right.
It's twice in motion. We'll see if Kopech looks his way. He rolls out and instead, no, he decides to run and take a look. Oh, he takes a hit. I mean, that was a big shot that time. That was Jad McPherson who came in on a glancing blow to Iman Kopech. He is okay. Whew.
The first overtime game in this season in the 4K23 era.
Incredible. And I'm glad to be here with you, my friend. I tell you, this is just a great game. We couldn't have asked for anything better.
No, it's very exciting. And we got free football, too, on top of that.
Free football, that's right. Win with the handoff, gain of 4. So now you start to see them kind of slow the pace a little bit here.
You start to see Chicago run the ball, which is very unusual.
Perhaps just looking to maybe get close enough for a field goal attempt.
They're close.
How close? Where do you need to be comfortable at, considering this is a developmental team?
I think around the 22, 20.
There you go.
Doesn't matter now.
Abad Ruiz with the first down. The drive will continue, so that field goal talk for the moment goes out the window. They're wanting to score the touchdown and end this one.
Do you really have to score? I mean, I take the win. I kick it right now.
Yeah, I would agree. It's kind of interesting. We will see how aggressive they want to be here. I'm like you. At this point, I kick.
They're not. Their quarterback's on the field. They're not kicking yet. I kick.
Kopech over 300 yards passing. They want to stay in there and get this thing done. They say that they got the ball this far down the field. And let's get it in the end zone. That's a win.
We're a win.
It's the most we've seen a win, actually, this entire night, in 4.5 quarters. We've got our friends in the YouTube chat here.
I'm never going to kick.
A 23-yard field goal attempt. They set this one up just right for their kicker. The snap, the hold, the kick, it's all good. And Chicago escapes. San Jose had them on the ropes. Instead, Chicago comes back swinging, and they remain undefeated in their last 9 games.
Oh my
the defending champions, they win again by a score of 20-17. Rochelle, that was a fun 4.5 quarters of football. Give us your thoughts, and if you've got one, a player of the game.
I'm going to have to go with Abad Ruiz a second. I mean, he's been in the target all night. He's played in the backfield. He can do it all.
This game literally was close. You see the stats. You see how even both of these teams were at times. And in the end, though, it was that inexperience, maybe even at the quarterback level, with the young Isaac Covert, with that costly interception, and then the wisdom, the knowledge, the experience of the Chicago team to methodically move the ball down the field, protect the football for the most part, and come away with a field goal attempt. Final thoughts, Rochelle? You got any more?
I would say, Jose, you played a great game. You kept Chicago in check for 4 quarters. You made a mistake at the end. That's all there was to it.
And for you folks out there watching, thank you so much for staying with us tonight. It's been a blast. For Cameron Irvine and the production end of things, and for my friend Rochelle Colston, my name is Cameron Duty. Thank you for staying up tonight and watching this great matchup with us. Congratulations to Chicago, 20-17. You've been watching the SFLM on YouTube. Have a good night.
Good night, everyone.